So this is our first Pilates section again, but this is the advanced stage. So if you're going to work on this section now, you need to have made sure you've done the beginner stage quite a few times and feel very confident with that before you move on to this, because it's a little bit harder. Okay, so you ready, Alison? Babies are nicely asleep, so we can let them sleep whilst we do some exercise. So what I want you to do is come onto your hands and knees again. So go onto your hands and knees and go into that on all fours position that you know really well. And we're going to start off with the idea of that cat kneading, but we're going to make it a little bit harder. So what I want you to do, Alison, is to make sure you lift your head just a little tiny bit. That's it. And just bring your chin down a tiny bit. That's it. Just lift it back out of the way. So bring your chin up toward. That's it. Perfect. There. Okay, now tuck the elbows in and draw your shoulder blades back and down, so you're really working that upper core area, making sure you hold that neutral spine position. And all I'm going to ask Alison to do now is to lift her right hand off the floor, and you can do the same thing and hold it off the floor this time. So try not to lift your back, try to just lift the hand, and now extend the arm up, but keep your shoulder blades drawn back and down and hold that position. Now really work on keeping your back still. Keep drawing the shoulder blade in and down on the other hand. Hold that position. Keep pulling your belly button back towards your spine. Keep pulling up through your pelvic floor as you do this exercise. Hold, keep breathing, don't hold your breath. You right? Yeah. Okay, and then change sides. So just take the other hand up. Now connect to your core muscles as you take the hand. Keep drawing the shoulder blade back and down. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Keep pulling the tummy muscles in, and try not to lean over to one side. Keep your body weight as central as you can, holding that position, and then release and change sides again. Now we can make this harder. We're going to do it one more time with just one hand. To make it harder, we would lift a leg up at the same time. Now I'm going to ask Alison to stay with just the arm lift. I'm going to show you how to do it with one leg lift. This really is advancing it quite a lot. Change arms again. So if you're going to do it with the leg lift, make sure you're in your neutral position, tummy muscles drawn in nice and tight, and you lift up one hand. So if you lift one hand up, Alison, and then I'm going to actually lift the opposite leg. But I'm not going to lift my whole leg off the floor. I'm just going to slide the leg back and hold that position. Really important as I do this that I don't lean to the opposite side. Yeah, you're keeping my body weight as centered as I can, and your supporting arm should feel like it's working really hard. If it's not, you know you're leaning too much into the other hip, the supporting leg. Okay, and then release and change sides again. So you're going to lift the arm up, and then I'm just going to add a leg slide back. Now only do the leg slide back if you really are confident. You're holding your core muscles, your tummy muscles are pulled in nice and tight. You're drawing your shoulder blades back and down, holding that position, and then release. So you can just sit back now, Alison, and just relax. And we're going to do a stretch now for the back where we sit back. So you're just going to relax back and just relax down. That's it. And just hold that position and just have a little bit of a rest. Okay, and now we're going to do our next exercise, which is a press-up position. Now, we did this in the antenatal, so you'll have done these before, but you may not have done it for quite some time. So this is definitely an advancement. So we're going to start off with just some gentle ones. So Alison, if you come up into your on all fours position, exactly the same as before. Hold your arms slightly narrower, so just bring them in slightly towards each other. So the emphasis on this press up is to work the tricep muscles rather than the chest. The chest will work a little bit as well. You're drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Now imagine you've got a pencil underneath each armpit, so tuck your arms right in, that's it. And now what you're going to do is bend the elbows and start to lower your nose towards the floor. Now the temptation to lift back up is to let the chin come out, yeah, and the elbows to come out. So what I want you to do is think about the elbows going back towards your knees. Keep your chin in, so you're looking down at the floor, just at George's feet there. So again, lower down, perfect, and lift back up again, and keep repeating. Now breathe as you work through this. Try and breathe out as you lift and lower. So take a breath in, and exhale. You okay?
Yeah.
Slower is harder, so if you're doing it on one long slow breath, it's quite hard. Go for two more for me. Keep tucking those elbows in, keep drawing the shoulders down away from the neck, and rest it there, and relax. And you can sit back onto your heels again, and relax. That's good. So what we're going to do now is the option to do another set of these. Now you can stop now and move on to the next section, just forward on through your DVD, or you can do another set with this now. So again, if you're really tired, sit this one out. If you feel you've got some more strength, you can go again. So we're going to come back into position. Starting with the first exercise, so that's the lifting the hand or the hand and the leg up off the floor. So draw the shoulder blades back and down, tummy muscles in nice and tight. Take a breath, make sure you're in your neutral position, nice little small curve in your lower back, tummy pulled in. And take a breath. As you exhale, lift your right arm up, lifting up. That's good. So you'll be lifting the opposite arm to we're lifting at the moment, that's fine. Okay, and then if you're working the leg, you slide the left leg out. Draw your shoulder blades back and down, pull your tummy muscles in, and then release and change sides. Keep drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Lift the arm up first. If you are working the leg as well, slide the leg out, but make sure you keep your body completely balanced as you do that. Try to look down at the floor, just listen to my voice if you can, and change again. Make sure you're keeping your back nice and still. Again, imagine you're balancing a glass of water on your back. Hold that position, sliding the leg out as well if you want to. Keep pulling your belly button back towards your spine. Remind yourself of that pelvic floor and release. And we'll go again. Last one. Option to take the leg out. Keep pulling your tummy muscles in, shoulder blades drawn back and down. And release it. Now we're going to go straight into that press up set. Draw the shoulder blades back and down, tummy muscles in. Take a breath, inhale as you exhale, lower down, tucking the elbows in. And lift back up again. Good. And again, lower down, breathe all the way through. How are you doing, Alison? Are you all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Keep going, guys, keep working through. Now I'm going to ask you to do another 7. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. If that feels too much, then just stop and rest. So Alison, I want you to do the same thing. If it feels too much, you stop and rest. Are you okay?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Okay. Keep drawing the shoulders down away from the neck. Keep breathing. Keep pulling your tummy muscles in. You okay? And the great thing about this exercise is the back arm muscle, the tricep muscle, is one that we tend to neglect. We tend not to use it very much. So this is a great exercise to work. You don't use it in everyday actions, lifting and carrying your baby. Okay? And rest it there and sit back. So we're just going to do a little stretch now for the back of the arm. So I want you to take your right arm up. So we'll work on the opposite side. So we're going to take our left arm up. So you take your right arm up and take the hand back behind the head. That's it. And then you're just going to take your other hand and hold onto your elbow and just stretch through the back of the arm there. That's it. So each of the sections of this DVD always has stretches built into the section. Now this means that you can do the section on its own. You don't have to do a separate warm-up, you don't have to do a separate cool-down for these Pilates and stretch sections. So all you need is about 10 to 12 minutes to do one section at a time, and that means you can fit this in whenever you want, really. And the other side. That's it. Excellent. Okay, and release. Now we're going to do our pelvic floor exercises, but again we're going to advance it a little bit. So we're going to go into our seated position. So we're going to add some other movements in as well. Now we're going to do an exercise called the dumb waiter. Again, you may have seen this before. So you're going to place your hands as if you were carrying a tray. This is why it's called the dumb waiter. Now it's really important when you do this to tuck the elbows in nice and tight, and trying again to look up so that the chin isn't dropping down towards your chest, and likewise you're not looking up towards the ceiling. Just bring your chin back towards your neck slightly. It's as if you're giving yourself a double chin without looking down. Perfect. This gives a nice long line to the spine. Now take a breath, inhale, and as you exhale, part your hands, keeping your elbows into your side, and squeeze your shoulder blades into the middle of your spine. So take the other arm back as well. Incidentally, if you are having to hold your baby when you're doing this, you can do one hand at a time. So you can hold with one hand and take the arm out to the side. Now, whilst holding this position, go up through your 5 floors with the pelvic floor. So come up first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and slowly release the pelvic floor, release the arms. So take a breath in, inhale. As you exhale, part the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and come up through the floors. Take another breath as you do this. Come up first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then slowly release it. Try to make sure you're keeping the space from your ear to your shoulder nice and long, so the shoulders relax down. Take another breath and part again. Part the hands, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and keep pulling up through the pelvic floor. Now, Alison is holding a lovely tall spine position here. I want to make sure you can see this lovely spine position that she's holding. And that's what I want you to do as well. Nice and tall. Release. Let's do this 2 more times. Keep drawing the shoulders back and down, tummy muscles in, take a breath, inhale as you exhale, part the hands, squeeze together. This is a lot of work on the back and through the pelvic floor, lift up through your floors. That's it, okay, and release it. Okay, I'm going to ask Alison to do one more, but we're going to change the pelvic floor exercise. So part the hands again, squeeze between the shoulder blades, keep your chin in. Now do your quick firing one, see if you can do 10, just as you hold and squeeze. Keep breathing naturally through this, so lift up the pelvic floor, let it relax, lift up the pelvic floor, let it relax. And remember, anytime, anywhere you can do these pelvic floor exercises. Keep lifting it up through, holding your position, hard to do whilst doing the dumb waiter exercise at the same time. And then let it release. Okay, we're going to do a stretch for the back now. So remember that cat stretch we did, but we're going to do that now, Alison. So come into your on all fours position, and this is really good for releasing tension in the back. So lifting up, doing your cat stretch. Good. Okay, and drop the chin down towards the chest. Just releasing through that spine. And another really nice stretch to do after your cat stretch is one to add a little bit of rotation. This really helps with all the muscles going down in this part of the back here, particularly if you feel a bit tighter on one side than the other. And when you're carrying a baby, often you carry on one side, and this can make the back a little bit imbalanced. So Alison, what I want you to do is, it's called threading the needle. So you're going to drop back a little bit and drop your hand through and relax back. That's it. Okay, so go, that's it. And do it one more time. And what's quite good is to just help loosen your back up by repeating this movement with a small action. And then I'm going to ask Alison to do it one more time. And this time she's going to hold her arm down and try and relax her body down and her shoulder down towards the floor. And giving yourself a bigger stretch. Okay, and then release and come back up. I'm just going to do that to the other side this time. So release the arm through, and then lift back up again. I'm going to repeat that through another 3 times, getting a nice bit of movement into this area of the back here. And when you're lifting a child, picking them up all the time and feeding constantly, all this area of the back gets really stiff, so this is a really nice movement to do. And then take the arm through and hold it. Stretching through, if you can, relax your shoulder right down to the floor. That's it. Getting a nice big stretch through the back here. And release it. Well done. And sit back.